EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. To the air right away is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Brady now to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. 2 are going to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And some room to run now. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Come on, set.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. The slot man in motion right. Now Tua. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brady. It's caught. This is White. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Brady going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points. This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Brady. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. He's got his man. It's White. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Brady will look to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Okay,
well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, here's Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Down. Ready?
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Here we go. Black shot.
Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the ball. On the ball.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. From the gun, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now Brady got to have this one. To Evans on the slant. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. A Fort Lauderdale native back near home, Giovanni Bernard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team, because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there is no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Down.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
He's got a man complete past the 20 and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD, and he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down.
He'll find Fournette again here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Brady to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Brady's going to look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw is Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. One final try now for Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Mariota now to throw on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Play action now. Mariota. Throw out right, take it in by Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Nick Kwiatkowski came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To try again after the sack. Brady, and this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Again, Patterson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got his man. It's London. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal from the 3. To throw is Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Play action, now it's Brady. On the move to his left. There's the former Falcons star, Julio Jones with the grab. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Brady. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on second down, Brady. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On play action, it's Brady. And brought in by Brady. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On play action, now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The final shot before half for Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. He's got room at the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Bradley Payman is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down. On the left side, a catch by White. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6. Sack.
4th down.
Hey, Zach. Go, 66. Hey, go 66.
They do go for it. It's Brady. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm over here laying down playing. Low key.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
I might have to go on sit up, man. I'm finna lose this game playing around.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Dang.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play fake. Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Play action now. Mariota completes his execution. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Come on.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson.
Come on, wrap up.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota.
Bro,
Had his hands on it, but
jumping
dropped
there.
it.
Come on.
The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Now 3rd and 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive. Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
She going for it?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just
This man going for it. I'm sending it straight now. I feel it.
4th down, Mariota.
That's
Into the hands
tough.
of London. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front. But somehow,
Come on now. Cordell ain't pressing folks like that.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once more, they turn to Patterson. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Mariota. Throw left side. There's London. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Patterson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tight bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 2 days
Come on.
knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th.
Oh my God, ain't no way I didn't pick that.
The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons are able to build on.
But I just really let that man run that sorry play right
The
there.
Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Mariota will look to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on.
I got 3 minutes.
And around the goal line, especially
3
on
minutes,
2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch the long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw, it's Brady. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Nick Kwiatkowski picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Fournette on his slant. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now Brady got to have this one. He's got a man complete.
Yeah, this game ain't even close for real.
Midfield before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. He'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Brady to throw again. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 38 yards. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side.
And that's intercepted yet again. And
Jalen can't make it up.
Backbreaker.
And he's into the clear. He's
Please tell me Mike Evans can catch him.
The 30. 10, 5.
Bruh.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if
Great.
you will. As
Got myself a hole.
fires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9.
Bro, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
It's knocked away and incomplete.
That man swatted the ball away.
Attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Good play, Vontae.
And it goes a loss of the yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
I should have just went for the full on, tried to jump it.
Defense figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then
Bro, be for real, bro.
And that should do it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining. But that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. But that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19. Should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
No score, son. No score, son.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. We're scoreless after one. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Allen. He's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
That big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Allen taking it himself. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And his 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the shutout, at least for now, is still intact. Great job by the defense after, Charles, last time this crew was out here, remember, they gambled in their own territory, didn't get it. But the defense held, gave up no points.
Brandon, sometimes it all just comes together, and I think the head coach senses it today. His defense, they're absolutely on fire. It doesn't matter where the ball is on the field. When that defense trots out there, no one's moving it, no one's scoring, and he's playing to it right now.
Well, that group's chasing a shutout. Teammates here on the offensive side going to try to provide a touchdown and gain the momentum even more on this series. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Bulldozes past him and able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. From the 22, Lance. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. So, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Allen. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen right back to Cook for another completion. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And again, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sneak, and he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. And now they'll throw with Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Samson Abuka able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D's. They score a touchdown.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
And they turned the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Allen going to go on 4th down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Allen going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Oren Burks. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, 60 yards. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. They continue to look really sharp, Charles, in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they've been jet propelled here because they've ended up finding the end zone twice, including what we just saw there. Almost like they grabbed the hammer and fashioned a thunderbolt on that play.
And making that halftime tie a distant memory right now. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. From the 6. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Dak going to start out going to the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And the Cowboys' first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination.
46.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's the option play now to the left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. Pressure applied, and he's he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go. Number 38.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a one-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, and they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, Lance. And this is caught. Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 51 yards. And the Niners strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really out the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Give me that, nigga, let's go.
Going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
To about the 26 here. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it to Jennings. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
What's that? Come
Too
on.
far in front, he couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task.
I should have stood in the
Forced the
pocket.
incompletion.
I could have stood.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Catch the ball, Brandon. Catch the ball. Alright, this man is giving me exactly what I want. Catch the ball.
Challenge.
Don't be moving that corner.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
Heck you, what are y'all doing? What is this?
When they turn it over, the Niners go for it, but it doesn't
Oh my
work
God,
out.
catch
And
the
this
ball.
Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away.
No,
and
sir.
control it back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple
No,
of
sir.
short passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Tackle. Bruh, you gotta come
Able
up
to
and
get
make
it
it.
across the 20 before they get to it. On 1st down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Let's see the PR repeat.
On what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. All tied up, 6-6, our score after one.
Come on, bro. We clamping this on the rest of the game. Shouldn't have got that first
Once again, they'll go
touchdown.
from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
There you go, Bosa.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be
That's my
incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they
I
want
look
to throw the
who's there with
football.
that
There was
pass.
pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And they hit him as he throws. As
Oh,
this
you
one's
better
going to go
pump that
straight
ball. We're
down to
not
the
going for
turf.
that.
Incomplete.
We're not going for that silly jump.
Lance now on 1st down. That's Samuel caught
Come
right
on,
side.
Debo, give me that inside span.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plate. He's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Debo Samuel. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the 49ers have taken the lead. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Good touch.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough.
I'm on that too good. They tried to overthrow it.
Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
The Browns on 3rd
Come on,
down.
coach. You need
Just
some more
1 for 3
concepts.
thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline.
I really
Out of
went in
bounds,
too far
says the
trying to
line
bait him.
judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
He finna be quitting soon,
He
boy.
thought
We
to
in his
himself,
head.
I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one.
I mean, can we get somebody on Debo?
Because I think the team's going to look at my coach.
Damn, we scout
Big
it.
report there. I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter.
And he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17.
Good plays here.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown,
Nice
San
punt.
Francisco. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have taken a
Man, we're not supposed to get a
lead
touchdown.
now. They'll look to throw. And he's
Good
got
play,
it.
CMC.
So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Good
And
time.
ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a
Yes, sir. We get one more stop on defense. He gonna quit.
The Browns drive about to get
He
started.
gonna quit. He don't believe in
And
this team.
last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Come on.
Sometimes I have
Come on, man. That ain't the answer.
writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very
I'm
aggressive.
different play,
This time,
man.
will it result in
Still need this
points? We'll
formation.
find out.
Telling him this ain't the answer.
Throwing on 2nd
That
and
best
goal.
screen?
Watson.
That best screen? We on that too, bro. We're here.
Picked off by Oren Burks. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
I knew that was coming. Crazy at this game. Boy, stop playing.